What a mess. And I can understand why VW Darren's got back problems. It's back-breaking work. I stripped it down, listening to VW Darren, taking his advice. The hood, I wasn't sure if it had 2-3 coats of paint on it or not. Didn't know if it had rust underneath of it or not. So it was under the professional's advice to strip it. So I stripped it. Found a couple of places on there where someone had already done some previous body work. The body work and the Bondo, the body fill, was directly on the metal. There was only paint, a primer, and then the paint. And I didn't find any rust when I removed the paint, which is a good thing. It's a lot of work to find that out, but at least I know now that more than likely this car was garaged, or someone kept it out of the rain, or it's been an Arizona car its whole life, which that's one of the benefits of living out here in this dry desert area. Cars don't rot, don't have salt on the roads, things last longer. And that kind of explains a few things to me, because I've always been wondering since I've had this car why there's so little rust on it. The pan's in great shape. The heater channels are in great shape. And it just reaffirms to me that I got a keeper here. So, VW Darren, Ratbug 56. I don't think I'm going to be stripping these fenders down. They're new fenders. They've got 2 coats of paint and a body fill primer, or thick coat primer, whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty confident that they're in good shape. There's not going to be any rust under those. We'll strip the roof. I'm going to strip it down. I'm going to strip the paint down where the windshield wipers go. I'm going to strip down this side of the car, the driver's side. Strip down the door. I'm going to strip down the door on the other side. And I'm going to strip down the area over here where the front fender attaches. Not sure what that's called. Fender wall. Somebody out there can educate me, I'm sure. But I've got a lot of body work time involved in it already. I'm thinking probably at least 80 hours. And I need to get it on the road. So, I'm trying. I'm doing what I can. But I'm pretty confident that I'll be in okay shape if I go ahead and do what my plan is, and that's to strip some of the major areas. Not strip the fenders. I don't believe they're a problem. I know VW Darren said there was a lot of substrate, but I think that's just in a couple of areas, including the roof and the front fender walls and the doors. So I'm going to strip those down along with the roof, and then I'm going to go with it. Hope I don't disappoint you, VW Darren. I know you know better than I do, but right now I just don't have the time to grind out the body work I've already done, especially on the passenger side. So I'll take down cam paint. I'll get all of it off. I'll get all of this multicolor paint off of the passenger side door. And then I'm gonna primer it. And put the seal primer on it, put the base coat and the clear coat. And I'm gonna live with my decision. So, not gonna show you my face today because it's got paint all over it. The decision I'm making, I might have more than that all over it, but you live with the choices you make. And I think at least I'm doing taking a few more steps further than I planned on. And that's, like I said, stripping down the roof, stripping down the doors, stripping down the fender walls up front. So later on in the path, later on in the future, I might have some issues with a couple of spots, but at least they're just going to be a couple of spots, and that's okay, because by then my daughter might inherit the vehicle, and it'll be a little project we can do together, and I can say, yep, that's what you get for being lazy or not having enough time to do things. Especially with the gas prices the way they are, they're really pushing me, man. I drive an F-250 turbo diesel 7.3 2001 model Ford, and it's killing me, man. I gotta get it stopped. Gotta get going. Gotta start driving the sled to work. So, your feedback's welcome. I appreciate the feedback I've been getting so far. Thanks a lot, guys.